Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving right into a massive trend that's literally reshaping the modern professional landscape. We're talking about the growing number of students who are packing up their entire lives to study overseas. And honestly, it's pretty easy to see why, right? It promises these truly life-changing opportunities. But today, we're going to peel back the layers. We're looking closely at the data to examine both sides of this huge life choice to figure out what it actually takes to succeed out there.
So you really have to ask yourself, is studying abroad the ultimate career hack, or is it just a profoundly costly struggle? Think of it almost like a modern-day hero's journey. On one hand, it offers massive, undeniable career rewards at the end of the road. But the path to actually get there? Well, that demands overcoming some incredibly severe personal and financial trials. We're going to break down exactly how making this move can supercharge your career, but also look at the hidden price tag attached to all that success.
Okay, let's dive into the roadmap. First, we'll cover the international advantage and connect that right into career and global connections. After that, we'll look at the hidden personal challenges, then the financial burden, and finally, we'll wrap things up with mastering the balance.
Starting off with Section 1, the international advantage. When we look at the core motivations for moving across the globe, the foundational benefit is just a sheer upgrade in educational quality. This is really the bedrock of the entire journey. For a lot of students, foreign educational institutions offer a massive leap forward compared to what they might have access to back home. We're talking about getting into vastly better facilities, learning from top-tier educators, and attending well-known universities. When you're taught by these excellent teachers with superior resources, you are perfectly positioned to acquire the absolute best skills in your field. It's a fundamental upgrade to your baseline knowledge.
Moving right along to Section 2, Career and Global Connections. So, how does that superior education actually translate into tangible success in the real world? Well, the ultimate prize here is the international qualification. And listen, this isn't just a piece of paper. It is a globally recognized signal to employers. It proves you have cross-cultural adaptability, global market awareness, and extreme resilience. This is exactly what empowers students to leapfrog their competition and secure those prime job opportunities. It equips you with this specialized, highly sought-after mindset for the global job market, acting as a huge catalyst for your entire professional trajectory.
And these benefits, they're totally life-changing. Beyond just getting access to those prime jobs, that international qualification really paves the way for true financial independence and a remarkably high standard of living. But the career boost isn't only about the degree itself, is it? It's about a greatly widened knowledge base. Plus, your professional growth is fueled by this powerful, diverse network and the meaningful friendships you build in an entirely new country. All of these factors combined make studying abroad an incredibly appealing strategy for long-term career growth.
But it's not all smooth sailing. Let's look at Section 3, the hidden personal challenges.
Getting those incredible career benefits is definitely not a walk in the park. It requires facing down a pretty lengthy and often daunting list of personal hurdles that rarely make it into those glossy university brochures. One of the absolute toughest hidden struggles is the intense isolation of living alone. Being far away from your family triggers profound homesickness, and the immediate shock of adapting to an entirely new culture can take a very real, very negative toll on your mental and physical health. It is a massive emotional test.
In compounding that emotional test is the daily reality of the language barrier. Mastering a foreign language isn't just some side project. For overseas students, it is an exhausting, daunting daily task. When even basic communication with locals becomes incredibly difficult, it just amplifies that sense of isolation. It's this constant, everyday friction that demands a huge amount of mental energy just to navigate your normal daily life.
Which brings us to Section 4, the financial burden.
So we pivot now from those internal emotional challenges to the highly stressful practical reality of money. Studying abroad costs a tremendous amount, and that financial strain often kicks off a pretty vicious cycle. Step 1, you arrive and are immediately hit with the high cost of living and expensive tuition fees. Because of that immense pressure, Step 2 happens. Many students are forced to take on part-time jobs just to survive, and that leads directly to Step 3. This heavy workload starts to negatively impact their academic performance. So ironically, the financial strain actually threatens the very educational goals you originally set out to achieve.
Finally, we reach Section 5, Mastering the Balance.
Okay, so how do we actually navigate this dual-edged sword?
We've seen the brilliant career merits and the severe personal demerits. Well, the crucial conclusion drawn from our sources is this: you have to ruthlessly control your time. To survive the expensive fees, the part-time jobs, and the homesickness, while still acquiring those top-tier skills for your career, you need highly robust time management. Honestly, it's the only way to effectively balance the struggle and truly leverage this whole experience to boost your career.
Because the career benefits of an international qualification, the prime jobs, that global network, the elevated standard of living, they are absolutely undeniable. But you have to ask yourself one vital question. Are you prepared to pay the personal and financial price to achieve them? It's a journey that can completely transform your professional life, provided you're ready for the trials along the way. Thank you so much for joining me today for this explainer, and keep learning.